How's it going, folks? Phoenix here. We are currently on the No Stone Valley map on my farming sim server. I just figured I'd bring you guys in here, hang out with me for a little bit on here. Something a little different than our series we've been doing. This server is on the New Stone Valley map. At the moment my farm is just this little chunk here. I got the main cow farm. And then I did set up a little bit of a, I guess, my own personal co-op that anyone that joins me on here can use. Place some extra sell points around the map, and I ended up buying up this field to place some stuff for the co-op. Different sell points and purchase points and stuff. So this server runs 24/7. I have it set in a way where you can maintain your animals even with it running 24/7. You can feed whole bales on the triggers. Obviously, you see I got probably way more than I need to, but I just needed to get them out of my way, so I put a few extra on here. The only thing I don't have on here is I don't have a whole lot of grass bales. The horses or the cows have a little bit of grass, but they could use some more. There's one of the cows. Boo-hoo. Okay. So, I mowed the pasture here. I'm going to bale some of this up as grass, because I do need grass. I currently have some hay in my storage here, but I don't think I have a whole lot. Let's see here. Hay bales. I got an okay amount. I got 4,800 liters. Or 48,000 liters. That's 4,000 liter bales. Oops. So 12 bales. Not a lot. But I can always buy hay. I can't buy grass. At least not in bale form. So we're going to probably bale most, if not all, this up as grass. It has been sitting overnight though, so it might start turning to hay on us. We'll have to see. But either way, let's go ahead and get in one of the tractors and fire up the baler. I have a lot of fun mods on this server. I'm playing with the Maize Plus and the Forage extension stuff, so we do have that going on. But there's a very large variety of mods on here to appease, you know, variety of play styles and what people want to do. I have noticed that, if you see I have two balers here, I had to do that for a reason, because the square baler here for some reason wouldn't bale. If we look at the feed types, it did not want to bale whole crop silage to allow me to ferment it, and it did not want to bale maize, fresh maize, for me to ferment. It baled these okay, but basically I am going to run the square baler for your standard bales: grass, hay, and straw. And I know that the round baler works for all the other stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the round baler for all the other bits. I've got my water tank there, and the other mod I have to help with letting this server run 24/7 is I have these water tanks right here that you see. They're essentially like an extension of the water trough. Oddly enough, I was not able to place that one by the water trough. They have to be near the pasture, not necessarily near the trough. And for some reason it liked it over there as opposed to being right here next to the trough. So I have one for each pasture. This is going to look really bad because I'm going to probably run over cows, but whatever. There's not a whole lot I can do. Alright, so let's go ahead and just start going. This first one's going to come out as silage grass. I don't think the rest of this will come out that way. At least it shouldn't. It should come out as just grass, hopefully. But the last thing I baled up was silage grass. And that right there was why I use the round baler. But I gotta get this last one out of here. There's not a whole lot I can do. They come out as straw. That's part of the problem with it. I don't know if it's a bug or if they just weren't intended to be used with this baler. They're supposed to work with any baler, so I don't really... Okay, yeah, good. So we did switch to grass. So we got one odd micro-sized 4,000 liter straw bale. Other than that, we'll be good. So let's go ahead and start doing some baling. I've got a very large variety and assortment of tractors that we're able to use on here. I'm currently using this Challenger, which also has a Fiat or Fendt and another option. But you know, I wanted to appeal to a variety of people. Won't be a whole lot of people that will be able to play on here at once. It's only a 4-slot server, but also at the same time, that doesn't mean that more than 4 people can't play on here. They just can't have more than 4 logged in at the same time. So if, you know, 2-3 people wanted to be on the same farm together, they could log in, they could play. If it became an issue where I needed a few more slots, I could always add a few. Just depends on what kind of interest people have wanting to play on here. I don't see there being able to be more than 4 farms on here, at least. I mean, maybe. There's a lot of fields, but I feel like as the farms grow and populate and equipment gets bigger, I feel like it's going to be a struggle to maintain much more than 4 actual farms. But you never know. Somebody might want to just get on here and just have one field, not really care too much about the fields, and just have animals. Who knows? So it is what it is, but if you do have interest in joining me on here, I do have a link in the video description with take you to my Patreon. It'll show you how to get access not only to my farm sim, but if you wanted to join me in ARC, if you play that, or anything else I might have going on. All the details are there on how to join and whatnot. I'll also have a link to my Discord on there, so if you did want to message me and talk about any of it, you could. For some reason, when I was mowing, didn't drop any of the grass until right here, so we're going to see how it handles this little bit. It's going to spit out a bunch of bales real quick. Alright. Let's see if we can't get over here and get this little bit. And then we should be able to continue on. Sorry, that's my pager. It should quit in just a second. That bale's got to be just about ready to drop off of there. Let's go ahead and go down this row here, I guess. That way, at least if it drops, maybe it won't be in our way of the other rows. Alright, yeah, we're good. Sorry, that was a little intricate corner there with that big mound of grass. Now we'll get going again. Looks like I missed a little on that turn over there. It's okay, we'll run around and pick up the little bits here at the end. I gotta try to remember to swing my turns wide. This thing lingers quite a bit behind the tractor. Alright. this little corner. Let's just go ahead and bomb right down this row. I'll just pick up the straggler bits later. There's our little tiny straw bale. Miniature, hand-carryable 4,000 liter straw bale. Let's see how much we get. I mean, this isn't an actual field that was fertilized or anything like that. This is just a pasture. Nothing special. But I have a feeling we'll get a halfway decent amount of bales off of this. Alright. Probably missed a little bit there. Like I said, we'll come around and clean up the last little bits here at the end. These guys just don't want to get out of my way. But yeah, I figured I'd bring y'all on here and something a little different. You know, this is kind of more of my laid back, just kind of chill play. I don't get too much into the role playing. Like I would actually probably normally pause and wait for the cow to get out of my way or whatever, but it's just me having more just kind of screwing off, having fun on here. Alright, I think the rest of these rows are all pretty straight through here. I think that's kind of what I tried to do. We got a whole slew of fun mods on here. If any of you do decide to join me, you'll see there's a lot of them, and I had to sacrifice a few that I kind of liked because they weren't playing well with others. And who knows, things might have to change here and there a little bit. Hopefully not too much, but there will probably have to be a little bit of change here and there. Yeah, cool new mod comes out, I might go ahead and add that to the list, or if I find that a certain mod is causing an issue, I might end up having to remove it. Like, I like playing with the follow me mod, but unfortunately that was actually, I honestly couldn't even tell you what it was conflicting with, but basically if I tried to tab from one tractor to another, it would kind of lock the game up. I couldn't log in as an admin, I couldn't force save, I couldn't tab to other vehicles, it would just freeze up on me. And I like the manure system mod, but I don't have that on here because that conflicts with the addition to the water troughs, which that unfortunately makes it hard to let the server run 24/7, which is something I really want to do, because if it only runs when people play, it's very, I guess, hard to manage, especially depending on how many people you have on there. Like, even just when me and my buddy would play together, sometimes, you know, he wouldn't know what I needed or where I was in my process, and I might be done doing everything I needed to do and I needed time to just tick away, and he might have needed the same thing. But unless we keep constant communication while playing, it would both of us would just be sitting idle, not doing anything, not logging in, and the server wouldn't go anywhere. And yeah, we could solve that by trying to communicate a little bit better, but if we could adapt to allowing it to run 24/7, it kind of eliminates that issue. You know, as long as we can solve, obviously we don't want our animals to be dead in a day, and we don't want, other negative things like that, but I think that I've got most of that solved, with being able to just stack up some bales on the trigger for food. And yeah, it makes it where you have to bale feed instead of being able to buy bulk food and tip it. Although you still could do that, but if you're going to be gone for an extended period of time, more than one in-game day, which time is set 1 for 1, well, typically, I sped it up a little bit to Oops. I sped time up a little bit to get it to daylight so that we could, see while I was recording instead of just farming in the dark. Because when I logged in today, it was 4 a.m. in game. So I did speed it up a little bit for recording purposes, but at the moment I'm the only one on here, so it's not like me accelerating time affected anyone. But I do have time set 1-for-1, 12-day seasons. So you still can sleep through the night. That's still an option. There's a sleep trigger on the map. But aside from sleeping through the nights, typically we can't pass more than 1, maybe 2 days at the most in a single day. And that would be if somebody was basically playing all day long, burnt through the night, played the entire next day in-game, and burnt through another night. Theoretically, because you can sleep 12 or 14 hours or so, you could burn through 2 days in one real game day. But the way that the feeding and water system is set up, you can typically go 3, maybe possibly 4 days before any food or water. Water could almost be infinite because those tanks hold 500,000 liters, but as far as food's concerned, you probably could go 3, maybe push it to 4 days. The struggle is some of the animals that don't receive bale type food, like chickens. I want to say the chickens in my coop, they have a somewhat fixed amount of food, so they can go, depending on the quantity of chickens you have, I think at most 2.5 to 3 days before they completely run out of food. But that's with 400 or 500 chickens in each one, where I don't have nearly that many. I have probably about 100. So it just depends, but it gives you the ability, as long as you're not constantly burning through lots and lots of time, it makes it where people can not have to continually micromanage their farm. They can disappear for a day or 2, maybe 3 at the most, depending on if nights are being burned through or not. Alright, let's see if we can't go around and start picking up all the little straggly bits we missed. But the whole point was to try to make it multiplayer friendly, I guess. Depending on, where people live and what kind of time they can commit to it. I know I don't have a lot of time to commit usually, so it works out pretty good for me also, while still making it where other people can play and I don't have to worry about logging in and finding that I'm 3 days behind and my harvest is about to wither and my animals are starving, all that kind of stuff. Pick up all these little bits. I might actually be able to finish off one more bale. I'll run around here with the bale collector here in a minute and start picking all these up. Get them all stacked up in our little barn. Getting there, 80%. I'll be back, guys. Alright, folks, I'm finally back. Sorry, had a call come in, had to leave in a hurry. Let's go ahead and finish scooping up this these little straggler bits of grass here and see if we can't fill up one more bale. Up to 81%, we're getting there. I think we'll make it with what's left. We'll probably be able to get one more bale out of this. Oh, I didn't even see that bit right there. Let's turn around and grab that before we head into the other pasture. Getting there, 83. I think I have a couple big bits over in this pasture that I can use to get me up to the full capacity. Damn near burnt all the fuel out of the tractor because I forgot to shut it off as I was running out the door. Might have to come at this bit. Nope, that works. That works, that works, that works. $84. I don't know. There's a couple decent clumps left in here, but I don't know if it's going to be quite enough to fill this bale up. 86. Getting there. I don't know if there's a whole lot left other than this little bit right here. Brings us up to 88. Anything left down here? I think I cleaned this area up already. Nope, there's a little patch right there. See if we can push this bale out of our way and get it. Brings us up to 89. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're going to come up short. Good Lord. Ran the bale right over. That was not my intention. Oops. Try going this way. Come on, get off that bale. I guess we're not gonna be able to fill up one more bale, so let's figure out what the command is to dump all this crap off of here and just call it good with what I got. So it looks like turn the baler off. There we go. Y. Spit these bales out, and I guess that one's gonna be stuck in there at 91% full. Let's go park the baler and hook up the loading wagon. We'll get all this stuff scooped up. Nope. Apparently I don't know how to drive. Alright. Still got plenty of twine. We do have extra twine over in the storage building next door. So we're good there. We're not going to wrap any of these. We're going to leave these ones grass. I got to figure out what the difference is between grass and silage grass here eventually, because silage grass, grass silage, which comes from silage grass, which I don't know what that is another option for the top food group for the cows. Okay, well, let's go scoop up some bales. That one go in the other direction since it's so close to the fence. Okay, man, there you go. I'm gonna get quite a few bales off of this field. More so than I thought. Come on. Get in there. There you go. Need to speed this pig up a little bit. Guess it's picking up a pretty heavy bale, so what are you gonna do? Okay. Head out here into the other field and get some more. Alright, got one full load. Let's go take it to the barn. Come on, we're not picking that up. See if we can squeeze past here without messing up our stuff here. Yep, we're good. Go ahead and get these bad boys stored in here. Looks good. Give him a little shove to the back. Perfect. Let's go get some more. Let's see if we can't sneak around this corner and get this one that's right next to the building first. Come on. Yeah, we got it. Seriously? There we go. The magic of Farm Sim. Might even get a full second load and a few extra out of here. If I do get more than if there are more than the trailer load, I'm probably just going to come in here with the forks on the other tractor and put them right in the feed for the cow. Because they're actually a little low on grass. They could use a good top up on that. Sorry, I had to mute you guys there. I had to sneeze. Just walk right through the bale and picking up. Good job, cow. Might not fill this up again. I thought there was more out here than this. Might be too shy of full, it looks like. Looks like I missed a little patch of grass right there too. Oh well. That looks like it. Let's go this way just to make sure. Got our lonely miniaturized straw bale. Alright, well let's go get these bad boys unloaded in the barn here. Alright. Push, they're nice and snug. Alright. That was not a bad load for just working the pasture there. Well folks, I think that's gonna be the end of this episode. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on my farming server here. Again, like I said before, if you guys want to join, I will have in the video a link to my Patreon. You can head over there for details on how to join the server. If you enjoyed the video, I I always appreciate likes. It lets me know people are watching, people are enjoying, keeps me motivated. And if you want to be able to chat, you can always head over to my Patreon. I will have a link in the description for that as well. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out.